Interview with Freddie Mercury in 1987 on the occasion of his birthday celebrated in Ibiza. What do you want to say?
I'm very happy with my relationship at the moment, and I really, honestly, I couldn't ask for better. So I finally found a niche that I was looking for all my life. It's like I don't have to try so hard. I don't have to prove myself hard. I've got a very understanding relationship. It's just like, oh God, it sounds like it's like I wanted a kind of genuine tranquil after the storm, and I think everybody expects me to have stormy relationships.
Yes.
And, and I was virtually living my own media, as it were, where I actually thought, and in fact, you get caught up in it. So I actually thought that was the way I should be. And so I was trying to force people to have a relationship with me in that way. And I realized that it's so easy. I thought, I have to change for them. It's quite easy. Or you can have a relationship without sort of harping on about every topic or whatever. It's quite easy. But finding that wonderful person is very hard.
So you were kind of living your own headlines then, during those stormy relationships.
That kind of thing, yeah. I was trying too hard. I was also searching too hard, I really believed that there was no such thing as, I'm not normal, so I can't have a normal sort of life. I can't sort of go to bed at 12 o'clock, and I can't sort of have a steak dinner and probably because and I always thought that you have to be the spokesman, you have to be captain of the ship every time there is any kind of a gathering or whatever. I thought I was working so hard, sort of like performing for everybody.
Yes.
And all that, even off stage, and I just thought, no, you don't have to do it. Let others do it. Just be yourself and be,
try and be run
of the mill. Be run of the mill.
Yeah.
So now I love it. I just think, yes, I am boring. I'm sorry, I can't entertain you.
Do you enjoy fame, Freddie? Would you miss it?
I know nothing else.
Yeah.
Do you? No, really. No.
Yeah.
To me, it's normal. I work for it and I pay for it. So to have my wonderful Japanese garden with all this sort of koi carp, recently bought at such expense, I love it. Because anybody else, well, if they like koi, if they had the money, they would buy it.
Yeah.
So why not me? Yeah. Yes, I do. To me, it's I enjoy reaping the profits.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like winning the pools, except I win the pools every day.
Yeah.
Probably. So.
Yeah.
And I can if there's anybody else, right, I can say good luck to him. I just wish everyone to say the same to me. Good luck to him. I've worked hard for money. Nobody's given it to me, dear.
No.
I've earned it.
Yeah.
So it's mine to do what I want with. So if I want a pyramid in Kensington, if I can afford it, I'll have it. Would that be fab? We're getting there. We're getting there.
That would be great.
Because I tell you, I'm not giving any of my stuff away when I'm dead. I'm going to hoard. I want to be buried with all my stuff.
Really?
Yes. Why not? Every damn sou.
A lot of people think, for some reason, that you are. You live in a reclusive, and that you're reclusive, and that you are a lonely man. Yes. You obviously aren't because you have a relationship now. But
I am a bit actually. Yes. But not in a way. Not in the. I said it before. Not in the Greta Garbo way. It's not. It's not a sort of calculated thing. I like to be. It is a funny thing. It's not alone. I like to be alone with my friends and shut myself off. Yes. I'd hate to be on a desert island. I would loathe that without anybody. But I hate. They have to coax me to go out and sort of volunteer myself into a sort of an everyday sort of. I really have stopped all that. I do like people around me. Yes. Maybe it's a sort of it's a sort of shy sort of outlook. You see, I'm petrified of being alone, which is true. I have to be totally comfortable in a situation before I sort of step into it.
Right.
But that's this other side of me. Whereas I can take numerous risks in the musical element.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
That's an area a world I live in, where there are no boundaries for me.
Yeah.
I will take risks in music. But I won't take risks in terms of, say, social life or any other kind of thing.
Freddie, how has the AIDS thing affected you?
Well,
which is a very topical
which is yes. Well, I mean, I tell you, listen, I've stopped going out or whatever, and to be honest, I tell you, I've almost become a nun. Really, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I thought. It's amazing. I learned very hard way. I thought sex was a very important thing to me. And I lived through sex and everything, and now I just realise how amazing. I've just gone completely the other way. See, I'm one of those people that can go black to white. You know, I don't like intermediary measures or anything. It's quite easy for me to completely give up. You know, I can give up alcohol at the drop of a hat. Yes, yeah. And yes, it's frightened me to death, and then I've just stopped having sex. Basically.
Have you?
Yes. Yeah.
You've given up sex.
Yeah. I just like titillation now. I'm into titillation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. Because you must
have fun.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Titillation.
Because you must have had lots of affairs. I mean, through your life.
Yes. Well, I mean, it has been quoted and everything. Yes, I've stopped all that.
You've stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bore.
It's a bore.
Yeah.
Do you think sex is overrated?
I don't say sex is a bore.
No.
Just what I was doing before. You know how you have phases. You know, it's like, you know, people go through phases, and of course, I have a very good relationship, and I just want to. Before, of course, I was very greedy and everything, and all people are greedy. People always want something more. To me, sex was fun, and it was, you know, there was a lot of. I was extremely promiscuous. Well, that's true. But I've stopped all that because, I mean, practicality came into it. And then you were talking about it.
Yes.
And you know, and I'm also an old bird now, dear. So, and I just thought, you know, and the word solace came into it. Yeah. And so, I mean, you can't say, you have a life of solace and go around fucking half the world. And so it's amazing. And so I've come in, and I don't miss it. I really don't. To me, when I was it was like a high. So everything I did, I mean, there was everything was open to me. So in terms of music, this, that, it was to me, sex was a very integral ingredient to what I was doing. Mm. So it was a very major factor of a lot of things I did. But I mean, I would never have thought, oh, sex and nothing else. You know. No. So it was all these things that were, and I was living by them all. Yeah. So they were all okay, and I was living them to the full. Yeah. So I mean, okay, it was excess in every direction. Fine, you know. Yeah. Yes. And that means not all these sort of so-called heavyweights like, you know, drugs, blah blah. It was also music. You see. Yeah. I had all that, so I was weighing them all together, and so I was living what one would call a very full life in every direction. Yes, why not?
Do you ever worry that you could end up lonely, rich, and that you could end up a lonely, rich old man when you're 70?
No, because I've answered before. Because I will be dead long before that. I told you.
Do you think so? Why do you think that?
Because it's so boring to be 70.
Would it be?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I can answer that when I am 70, if you're still around, dear.
Why shouldn't I be?
Because I won't be there. Oh, darling, I'll be dead and gone, dear. I'll be fucking starting a new life somewhere else, dear.
You mean you don't expect to make old bones?
No, actually, I really don't care.
You don't care?
Really, no. I don't really care. I don't have any aspirations to live to 70.
No.
Really?
No.
Really? And I don't sound morbid.
No.
But I mean, I know I'm 41, and 70 is a long way away, and I don't give a damn. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, this is the last thing, I have lived a full life, and if I'm dead tomorrow, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I live, you know, I really have done it all. I really have. I love the fact that I make people happy. That is, and in any form, you know, that I make them happy, or even if it's half an hour of their lives in any way that I can make them feel lucky, or make them feel, or bring a smile on a sour face. That to me is worthwhile.